Hello, this is Frida. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to part 2 on how to knit this puff sleeve bolero for children. If you want to knit for adults, as I mentioned on my videos, see, we're only knitting 5 inches for a 6-year-old from here to here. Okay, if you want to knit for yourself, for a small size, extra small, 7 inches from here to here. For children, it's up to here that I measured, 5 inches for children. And like this is how you measure. For, again, extra small, 7 inches, or even 6.5. Extra small, I do 7. For a small, medium, I do 7.5 to 8, depending on how big the chest area is for the person. And small, medium, large, I do 8 inches. For extra large, I do 8.5 to 9. So for 2X, 9.5 to 10. Like for myself, I'm a 3X, between 2X and 3X. I do 10 to 11, if depending on the yarn. And I try it on, by all means. It's a top-down raglan, so you can wear it. Try it on and see how it fits before you divide the body parts. This is how you knit. And it goes on and on. You need to measure yourself. I only work with measurements. That's the reason I don't do the pattern thing. Okay, so it was after 3. I noticed I totally forgot about the tutorial. I finished one sleeve and I started the second. I said, oh my goodness, I have to do the tutorial. But it was 3 a.m. Everyone's sleeping, so I said I'll do it when I'm ready. Okay, so I did my errands and I'm sitting down to do the tutorial for the sleeve. Okay, so we divide the body parts. By dividing the body parts for this puffless, because it's short, you can make this long, by all means. You can continue knitting, and you can do it in around and around. But for this, I didn't do it around and around. I did it back and forth, went back and forth. So what I did is I came here. Let me show it to you. So I only knitted 1 row, actually. So I put my yarn here, and I continue knitting, and I knit it this way, and that's all I did, I think. Let me see. Yeah, I'm not even at the, so I did come back, and then I did 2 rows. This is the second, 1, 2, actually this is the 3rd row that I'm going to finish. And then I'm going to come back 4. Well, no, then that would be too many, because I don't want it. It's already 5 inches long. So what I did is, so after finishing this, I'm going to come back, and then we're going to knit 2 stitches, 3 stitches together to give this puffy look. Okay, so depending how long you want it. I think I did 5 rows. 1, don't count this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I did 4 or 5. On the 5th row, I picked up, I knit the 2 stitches. I'm going to show you. So I did it on the wrong side. Okay. And this is how it looks like. It gives that, the customer wanted a puff, like very puffy. So that's why I did extra. It depends on how you want it. You don't have to make as many stitches. Remember, we did 20 here. You don't have to make it. You can make it. But even here, I only have 30 stitches. So think about it. When you're closing up, you know, you don't want this to be tight. That's the main thing. Okay. Yeah. Well, I knitted 3 stitches together to get rid of 2 stitches, so that's the thing. But this will fit comfortably. I don't know, up to 8-year-old, even a teenager can wear this, depending how big you are, right? So this is about 9 inches I measured. So yeah, When you look at it, it's over 9. It's almost 10. Okay, but I'm going to sew it up so that we will lose an inch from that. So I want it nice and comfortable. And then we're going to put a ribbon so she can tighten that. So I'm not worrying about that. So let me show you how we knit the sleeve, okay? Like I said, I forgot. And I knit 2 rows already. So 1, 2, I'm doing the 3rd row. Okay. The more puff you want the sleeve, the more yarn you're going to use. So just want to give you that info. Like, you will need lots of yarn. Okay. So we just knit. This is all we do. So let me knit, and then when you come here, you just turn around. I ended up here. You know what? I didn't do, let me see. So here, yeah, no, I just started, so nothing to worry. Yeah, so I only did 1, 2, yeah, this is the, actually, this is the 2nd, yeah. Anyways, let me just knit. So I'm just going to go back and forth. That's all I'm going to do. And, so I started from here. Yeah, this is actually the 2nd row, not the 3rd. I do apologize. So this is the 2nd row. And I'm going to knit 2 more rows. Yeah, 2 more, and then we're going to finish it. Okay. So let me just knit this. I don't want to hold you. Well, I wanted to show you when you come to this part right here. See, this is the back, this is the back, this is the sleeve. So let me just knit and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm at that point where I'm going to turn, but I have enough stitches. So what I did is I left these 3 that we do. This is the increased stitch, right? So usually what we do is we move this here, but I have enough stitches. You can count. I have enough stitches. So I think I had over 60 stitches here because of the increase that we did, right, to give the puff stitch. So I have enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn and I'm going to knit all the way to the increased stitch, which is here. So I'm going to leave this one as well, and then, well, I already did a turn, so I don't have to worry about it. Here I didn't do a turn, so and I don't do any increases. So let me knit 2 more rows, and I will come back to show you how to get rid of the stitches, and we'll go from there. So I only had 1 knot, so that was good on the cone that I received, the yarn. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm finishing, and this is enough for me. So I'm going to do my magic, and I am sharing it with you. So the first stitch I don't knit. The next 2, I'm going to knit 2 together. Again, 2 together. I'm going to do it 4 times. 2, 3, and then 4. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same at the end. So to do that, the remaining, I'm going to knit 3 together. So I'm getting rid of 2 stitches. That's how we lose lots of stitches. And we should have 30, I believe it was 30 or 31, something like that, all the way till the end, just like this. Like I said, you don't have to make it this puffy. You can use your own judgment, and you can work it out like this, and this is how it looks. So 3 together. Oops, sorry. Still have more to do. So what you can do is you mark this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then you can put a marker there. Let me see if I can grab a marker. And this way you don't have to worry about, if you have an extra stitch, that's okay, nothing to worry about. But I'll just put the marker here, so I know when I come to that, I have to stop knitting 3 together. Oops. Angora rabbit is very silky, so it will slide easily. So just be cautious when you're knitting with Angora rabbit. You don't have to knit with Angora rabbit. You like the purple, the laylock that I knitted. That's bamboo. You can use any yarn you wish. Okay, here we go. But I am aiming for the 4-weight, 3-weight yarn, and that's how I did this 3-ply. Okay, so I have 4 here. Nothing to worry about. So instead of knitting 2 together, I'm going to knit 3 together to get rid of that 1 extra stitch. Okay, so put that here. And on these 2, knit 2 together. So there's no rules. Like you can make your own rule. And this last one I'm going to knit. Okay, so we knit, and now I'm going to just checking here. Is there a loose? See what happened? Because knitting with yeah, I need to grab that stitch, that 1 strand slide, and nothing never happened, and I just saw it. And just be cautious when you're knitting with a couple of strands of yarn. So I will come and pick this up. But here, what we're going to do is we're going to do purl, and I do purl this stitch because I want to give that nice edge. It doesn't matter, it's going to be sewn. So I'm going to do 3 ridges. Okay, and I will show you how to fix that. Just checking, so it's here. I need to fix that. To fix that, this is the yarn. I'll show you. If you're a new beginner, lots of people don't know. You need a crochet hook though. If you're not a crocheter, I would highly recommend, even if you're not a crocheter, to get a crochet hook. 3.5, 3, 4 is a good crochet hook to pick up stitches. Okay, here it is. Got it. Like this is a 3.5. The ice cream guy. We don't have kids in the neighborhood. They're all grown up. Okay, here we go. See? And then what you do is you just knit those stitches back. Grab the 3-strand. It happens even when you're knitting like me, knitter for over almost 50 years, right? It's 45 actually. And that's the thing. It happens. And then what we're going to do is we're gonna knit these 3 stitches together, remember. I need to not knit this one. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. Just gonna grab it like this and then pull it. Ta-da, it's fixed. Easy fix. Just wanted to show you before I let you go. Well, not let you go. I'm going to come back to do the bind off and show you. But you need to knit a total of 3 ridges. And when you come to the right side, we're going to bind off, okay? And then this is how it looks like. See? The wrong side. This is the wrong side. And oh, it's so soft. And this is the right side. 1, 2, 3. Does it shed? Yes, it does shed. Angora rabbit sheds. You can't stop to that. Yeah, you can't put a stop to it. So after knitting 3 ridges, when you come to the right side, I will show you how to bind off to give you this nice edge. It's my famous bind off that I do. And yeah, it's not that stretchy, but there's a lot of room, so that's why I did this bind off technique. Okay, so let me finish this, and I will come back to show you how to bind off, and we'll go from there. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so I have knit 3 ridges just like this, and we're on the right side. So what we're going to do is we're just going to bind off. And binding off this is how I do it. 2 knit, put it back, 2 knit, put it back, and it gives me this nice purl edge on where I am binding off. And as you can see, we did 3 ridges. When I do this, it gives me 4. See, I like this look. And on the wrong side, it gives me this knit stitch, nice finish edge. Okay, and I'm going to continue. And after when we finish, unfortunately, we cannot sew because the body parts is not knit. There's no room to sew. You know what I mean? So we need to sew this part. Okay. I broke my yarn. Unfortunately, I had to make a knot. I don't like it, but I had no choice. It happens. Try to hide that. And then I'm going to leave a little bit yarn to sew up the side of the sleeve. I usually knit my sleeve seamless, but due to this short sleeve, I'm knitting it flat, like going back and forth, instead of knitting it around and around. and then I'm going to cut it just like this. Not too long because I don't want to waste the yarn, right? It's precious. And then what I do is I make a chain like this, another one, and then I pull, and I will sew this later. We'll sew it together, mattress stitch, just to cover this. That's the reason I'm trying to say, because I have to still knit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie my yarn. Here's the back, and here is the sleeve. So I already knitted here, so I'm going to tie it here. Well, maybe I should. I'll just tie it here, and then we'll join this. That's the trick. But I already knitted this. I don't want to give this too much height here, because this part isn't knit. So what I'll do is I'll just tie it here, and when I come back, we'll join. This is how easy it is. I just grab a crochet hook and then pull it and tie it. So I will weave this end here. So I'm tying it a little bit long so I can weave it. Weave it like between the stitches. That's how I do it. Okay, and yeah. So what I'll do is I'll move these stitches here. I don't want to give it too much height because I already knitted this to go to the sleeve, and I don't want to, knit too many rows. It gives when you're sewing up, it doesn't look good. Okay, so let me pull these all. Yes, the yarn is very good. She does have other colors. There's another Canadian who sells, they're selling same yarn from Italy, I noticed. Sometimes one makes sale, the other doesn't make a sale. And who has it cheaper, I go with them, right? So, yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to knit this one here. So I'm not going to do any increases, just knit. Yeah, we're done the increases, and I'm not going to do any increases on this. This is the last one I think I did here. So from now on, what we're going to do is we're going to do decreases to give that round shape on the front. But I will do it when I'm doing this one. I want them to be equal. So I will finish this row, and when I come back, we will do the decrease. Just a regular knit. Tripod is so light, every time I touch it, it moves around. Okay. Okay, I see, I lost another. Can you see I did not knit this one? So just be cautious when you're knitting. Check if you're knitting with a couple of strands. It happens. They're not plied together. That's why it splits when you're knitting. And I'm a very fast knitter, so what happens is when I'm knitting fast, I lose one of the strands. Okay, so let me just grab that one, fix it. Just like this. And check back again. I'm not gonna add any stitches. Well, maybe I'll do 3 just to be on the safe side. So 1, if you're knitting for yourself, add 5. So we added 3, right? Did I add 4? I think I added 4. Jeez. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I'm going to turn. So here I'm going to be, what I do is I do crisscross. So I move this and then I move this right here. Just like this, so there won't be any gap. And then try to tighten that. Try to knit as tight as you can. Like this. And then I'm going to put a marker there. So we added 3 stitches. So what's going to happen is when I come to this middle stitch, where did I put that marker again? What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a couple of decreases. Okay, so here is the middle. So when I come to, not now, but a couple of rows, maybe 5, 6 rows later, I will knit these 3 stitches together to get rid of, because we need that decrease on the side. Okay, so I'm just going to continue knitting, and I will do the same thing on the other side. And when I'm coming back, what I'll do is I'll do my decrease right here. Remember, we did the increase. Now we're going to do the decrease. So I will come back to show you again how that's done. So do the same thing what we did on this underarm right here. Okay, and I will be right back. Okay, so I am at the beginning right here. So we're going to do the decrease. Okay, so this, the four stitches is always purl. Okay. Okay, now I need to get rid of these 2 stitches. To do that, what we're going to do is, we cannot do it this way because it's slanting towards the other side on my left. So I want to slant it towards my right. Okay, so when you're picking the stitches, just be cautious. It has to face this way. And then when I knit these 2 together, so I get rid of 1 stitch. So what that does is, this is going to curve. It's going to give me that nice round edge, and I'm just gonna knit all the way to the other side, and I will show you how to get rid of stitches on the other side as well. Okay, I'll be right back. See how fluffy it is? Okay, so I'm at the end, and what I'm going to do is this time I'm going to change the stitches, and we're going to slant it towards, no, it didn't work. Didn't work. Here we go. See? It's facing towards my right. Okay, and I do just purl. And you do this every other row to do the decrease. And it gives you this nice decrease, and then it turns around. We're not going to do that much, just to point out. So it's like total of 5 rows after this, and then what we do is we finish it up with the edge, picking up stitches, getting rid of, and I will show you this. For here, you don't have to, but I would highly recommend to do decreases every 5 rows. Let me just show it to you. This is very clear, this one. On this one, I only did 2, 1, 2. See? Yeah, so when we do the decrease, it gives you this this round look. See? Gives that nice curve. Yeah, this is 100% bamboo, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I'm going to let you knit, and I will post this as part 2, I'm sorry. And I will come back on part 3. We will finish it up. Yeah, and you can sew this later. The more you knit, you can sew the sleeve. See how fluffy it is? How puffy, even on the wrong side. See? Just fantastic. I just loved it. I figured it out. Yeah, like I said, don't go and buy a pattern, especially these old ones. It's like useless, because the way I see it, they're just copying, scanning, and selling them. It should be legal, but people do it, I guess. And yeah, so when I send a message, never replied. Still, it's been another 3-4 days past. And well, it's been a week actually. Never replied back to me. So make your own. Yeah, and there's no puff stitch knitting on YouTube. I checked everywhere, so I am making it, and I hope you will like this. I'm going to I created a playlist, so I will add it to the playlist, and you can watch it. I tried to give you all the details on how to knit the puff sleeve, and I think it turned out pretty good. Yeah, I still have to knit a couple of more rows to sew this up, and then we can go from there. Yeah, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I post pictures, videos every day there. I'm pretty active. I haven't been on Instagram though today that much, because I'm busy knitting. When I'm busy knitting, especially with custom orders, I'm not on it most, but I do get notification, and if it's urgent, I do reply back. But other than that, I try not to be, focusing on my knitting. I get too many messages, too long messages, and that takes my time. Yeah, follow me on my Instagram page, Angora_Bolera. Well, all the links are on the description and on my main page, so you can just click it. So yeah, I will see you on part 3. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe, share it with your family and friends, and don't forget to hit that notification button, so every time I post a new video, you will be notified, indicating there's something new for you to watch. You guys take care. Happy knitting. Bye-bye.